wish we had more to report for you today on the status of the budget. We're still in the dark here in Planet Albany, a planet where you really can't make this stuff up. We're 2 days now after the governor came out with an announcement of a budget agreement that clearly was not a budget agreement because the two leaders of the houses were not with her. She provided no specifics in her presentation. And then she came back out to talk to you all in the press, and there was a lot of squirming going on with the questions that were asked about details of many of the major agreement points that she had just outlined, that there clearly is no agreement. Now we're dealing with a cyber attack that's apparently shut down bill drafting. If we had an on-time budget, the cyber attack wouldn't be such a big deal right now because we're supposed to be on vacation for the next couple of weeks, out of session. Probably time to resolve that. But no, here we are in Planet Albany under a cyber attack and bill drafting with a budget that's 17 days late, with a governor's proclaimed agreement that clearly is not an agreement, that comes out saying that she's agreed with the leaders they're going to spend $4 billion more than the $4 billion she already added on in her executive budget, $8 billion more. What are the details of that $4 billion? When are we going to find that out? When are New Yorkers going to find that out? Leader Ortt has said, we won't be voting on the budget until we have ample time to review these bills. But it's been 2 days since the governor announced this agreement, and we have no details on that. The media has no details to report on that. I can assure you that when these budget bills come out and they get to bill drafting or whatever it's going to be through, whether they're going to come by carrier pigeon or we're going to go back to the stacks of bills on our desks, which will be a little nostalgic. But we in the legislature are probably going to have less than 2 days to review them and pass them with messages of convenience from the governor. It's no way to be dealing with a $237 billion budget. We deserve more time as elected officials to be reviewing this. The taxpayers of New York deserve more time to provide feedback to all the members of the legislature on the details that are in this budget, which we know really nothing of. All of the major issues that have been talked about for a couple months now, we still have no details on. Good cause eviction, Tier 6, you name it, consumer-directed care, just a variety of issues that are out there that are major issues impacting millions of New Yorkers that deserve to know what's in the budget. They deserve time to provide feedback to all of us to determine how we proceed on this budget. We represent millions of New Yorkers, but all New Yorkers, represented not just by us in this conference, but the whole legislature, they all deserve time to see this budget, time to respond, time to let us know their concerns and whether they're supportive or not supportive of this. Yet we have a proposal now that's undefined, that's spending $4 billion more than what was initially proposed at $237 billion. It's an astronomical amount that, as I said, we're going to get messages of convenience from the governor to be able to rush these through before anybody really has time to push back on it. And it's very frustrating from where we stand. It's frustrating for my constituents. They want answers. And we're going to work as diligently as we can once presented with these on getting these answers and trying to get public feedback for the process, whatever we can get in the short amount of time we have. So with that, thank you, Leader.